If you're a prepper or just someone who wants to be ready for anything, you need to hear this now. 1 minute, the lights are on, the fridge is humming, life is good. The next, darkness, silence. A chill creeps in, and it's not just the temperature. It's the realization that the things we take for granted, the things we rely on, can vanish like a puff of smoke. When the power grid goes down, it's not just the lights that go out. It's our modern way of life. Food spoils, communication fails, and the comfort of the familiar is replaced by the cold grip of uncertainty. But panic is not an option. We are survivors. For millennia, our ancestors thrived without the crutch of electricity. They relied on the earth, the elements, and their own ingenuity to survive. And so can we. We're about to journey back in time to rediscover the ancient wisdom of food preservation. These are the techniques that kept our ancestors alive through harsh winters, scorching summers, and everything in between. This is off-grid food storage. This is survival. Out here in the wild, survival is a relentless battle. The earth is unforgiving, but she's also our lifeline. When it comes to preserving your food, nothing rivals Mother Nature's fortress, the root cellar. For centuries, the wise have known that the ground beneath us holds a steady, cool temperature, perfect for safeguarding our sustenance. The Romans, masters of survival and luxury, stored their vital wines and grains in vast underground chambers. Medieval peasants, ever resourceful, dug root pits lined with straw and stone to protect their precious harvests from ruin. Native cultures around the world carved cellars into hillsides, using layers of clay to shield their food stores from the harsh elements. These ancient methods are as crucial today as they were in the past. A simple metal trash bin buried in the ground can become your own fortress of survival. Line it with straw, sawdust, or even sand to regulate moisture and keep your vital supplies dry and fresh. Carrots, turnips, beets. These root vegetables thrive in the cool, dark embrace of the earth, ensuring your survival. Apples, cabbage, onions, they'll last for months down there, long after your neighbors' refrigerators have failed them. We often think of rotting food as a bad thing. But out here, we know that controlled rot can be the difference between thriving and barely clinging to life. Fermentation, that ancient alchemy that transforms raw ingredients into tangy, flavorful powerhouses of nutrition, is not just good eating, it's a primal survival instinct. Long before refrigeration, fermentation was the lifeline, stretching food's lifespan from days to months, even years. From the steppes of Mongolia to the icy shores of Scandinavia, ancient cultures relied on fermentation to make their food last, their bodies strong, and their spirits unbreakable. The Koreans, masters of fermentation, have been crafting their fiery kimchi for over 3,000 years, a testament to their resilience. Roman soldiers, marching across continents to conquer and survive, carried with them garum, a pungent fish sauce that provided essential nutrients and a taste of home. And in the heart of Europe, German peasants fermented cabbage in massive barrels, creating sauerkraut, a tangy, probiotic-rich staple that helped them endure long, brutal winters. These weren't just food traditions, they were life-or-death survival strategies passed down through generations. This is about survival, about being resourceful, about outlasting the storm. In a crisis, dehydration is your lifeline. This isn't some modern gimmick. This is ancient wisdom handed down by those who survived. The Aztecs, they dried chili peppers under the relentless desert sun, turning maize into sustenance that could last through harsh seasons. The Maasai warriors, fierce and unyielding, dried meat under the African sun, fuel for their survival. Even the ancient Chinese used silk screens to meticulously dry their herbs and teas. These people mastered the art of making food last, and so can we. Dehydration strips away the moisture that bacteria need to thrive, freezing time for your food. No fridge, no problem. We're returning to the basics, to the land, to the techniques that ensured our ancestors' survival. And the best part? We're diving deep now, back to the roots of survival, to a time before freezers and fancy gadgets. We're talking about salt, the white gold that's been preserving life for millennia. It's a mineral, pure and simple, but its power to stave off decay is extraordinary. Think about it. The Egyptians, masters of preservation, used salt to mummify their pharaohs, to cheat death itself. Sailors, battling the merciless ocean, relied on salted pork and hardtack to survive months at sea. And in villages across the world, salt was the difference between feasting and famine during those long, brutal winters. Salt, it's more than just a seasoning, it's a lifeline. It draws out moisture, creating an environment where bacteria struggle to survive. It's a natural force, a gift from the earth, and mastering its use is essential for any true survivor. All right, we're plunging into the unforgiving wilderness of survival, into the core of ancient wisdom. We're talking smokehouses, a technique as old as humanity's fight for survival. Smoke isn't just about that mouth-watering flavor. It's a weapon against decay, a silent guardian against bacteria. It's about harnessing the raw power of fire to fortify your food, to make it endure, to ensure your survival. For millennia, civilizations across the globe have depended on this life-saving method. Native Americans used it to preserve their hard-earned hunts, smoking bison, bear, even the mighty salmon. Across the world, the Inuit tribes, facing brutal Arctic winters, smoked their seal meat, turning it into a lifeline against the cold. And let me tell you, those guys, they know a thing or two about survival. These smokehouses were more than just structures. They were symbols of resilience, of resourcefulness. They were beacons of survival in a world where every meal was a battle hard won. And the best part, they're not some lost art forgotten in the mists of time. We can build them today with our own two hands. It's about mastering the elements, about respecting the fire, about becoming one with the ancient rhythm of survival. So let's get our hands dirty, grab some wood and learn a skill that's kept humanity alive for thousands of years. Remember, where there's smoke, there's survival. We're delving into the critical world of food preservation, unearthing techniques that have ensured survival through the ages. Long before the luxury of fridges and freezers, our ancestors depended on the earth itself, harnessing its power to preserve and protect their lifeline. Consider the Zir pot, a marvel of ancient survival ingenuity. It's a pot within a pot, separated by a layer of wet sand, creating a natural cooling system that's kept food fresh for millennia, a true lifesaver. It's like a refrigerator powered by the earth itself, a testament to human ingenuity and survival. Then there's wax sealing, a technique that's as versatile as it is vital. Cheese, jams, even butter, all cocooned in a protective layer of beeswax or lard, locking in freshness and flavor, ensuring sustenance. It's like encasing your food in a time capsule, a crucial message from the past. These techniques, they're not just about survival, they're about connecting with our roots, about tapping into the life-saving wisdom of generations past. They're about understanding that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most elegant, the most effective, and the most essential for survival. The power's out, the grid's down, chaos reigns, but not for you. While others scramble for dwindling supplies, you stand tall, a beacon of self-reliance in a world on the brink. Why? Because you remember the old ways, the time-tested techniques that have kept humanity alive through the darkest times. Your pantry isn't just shelves stocked with store-bought goods, it's a fortress of human ingenuity, a living museum of survival. Jars of fermented vegetables glow with vibrant colors, their tangy aroma a promise of sustenance and health. Strings of dried fruits and herbs hang like ancient talismans, their concentrated flavors a reminder of the sun's life-giving energy. Technology may fail, the grid may collapse, but you didn't flinch. Because your food security isn't reliant on circuits and wires. It's rooted in knowledge, in tradition, in the hard-won wisdom of countless generations past. You're storing like the Romans, preserving like the Vikings, surviving like a legend. But this is just the beginning. There's a whole world of ancient food preservation techniques out there waiting to be rediscovered. So hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey as we delve deeper into the art of off-grid food preservation. And don't forget to share your own experiences, your tips, your triumphs in the comments below. Because together, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. Prepping isn't just about stockpiling, it's about knowledge, resilience, and taking control of your future. Canning is just the beginning. When you learn to dehydrate, ferment, vacuum seal, and store food like our ancestors did, without electricity or modern luxuries, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Every skill you gain is one more step toward true independence. So keep learning, keep pushing, and remember, the more you know, the less you need. Stay sharp, stay ready. Hey, this is Prepper's Edge. Now get out there, embrace the challenge, and remember, where there's a will, there's a way. And where there's knowledge, there's food. Stay vigilant, my friends.